Welcome back to Everything Football Podcast. Where everything we talk is football. Ethan, how are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm okay. I am okay. NFL draft just happened. I feel okay about everything. We got some good players. Not much
Yeah,
team, but we got
a
players.
lot to talk about with the NFL draft just happening. I hope you guys enjoyed our last video with the draft reactions. That's kind of a must-watch video. There's a lot of funny moments in that video, and we had a lot of fun making it.
Oh
So,
yeah, that was probably my favorite video we've done. Literally, my favorite video wasn't even like an actual podcast. It was literally that. But literally, the best part about it
yeah,
though, with the TikTok comments. Oh my god, if you haven't seen those, it's just
go check them out.
yeah, the Jackson Dart video, dude. I don't know, Giants fans, man. You guys are. I feel bad. I really, really do. I truly feel bad for Giants fans, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. The Giants are on another planet. But also, you Cowboys fans are on another planet too. So I don't know what's worse.
Yeah, but at least we beat them. Like we own those assholes. So like we at least we have that to hold over them. So
Yeah,
at least we have that.
yeah. I don't know, but where to begin with this draft? Where
But
do you want to start?
we can start. I guess we can go to the top, right? Cam Ward, Travis Hunter, Dual Carter, those fucking
Yeah,
people.
yeah. One of my favorite moves in the draft was the Jaguars being aggressive for Travis Hunter. Absolutely great move. Even though you have to give up a first rounder for next year, I think it should all be worth it because generational talent, Travis Hunter. He's probably going to play both sides of the ball. Mostly I've heard that he's just going to be a wide receiver for now, but they'll probably rotate him into the defense to make him study the defensive playbook and shit like that. But yeah, like that's a home run pick for the Jaguars, and I don't know why Cleveland ever even wanted to trade back and pass on a generational talent like that. But that's the Browns for you. You know what I mean?
I'm glad they did because I like Travis Hunter's skill set a lot, and I'm happy he didn't go there. I think as much as I think
Yeah,
Jackson was also a little bit of a clown show, they're less of a clown
they're,
show.
they're more they're more fun. They're a
Yeah,
more fun team. I don't mind the Jaguars that much. I think they're a really fun young team, and I think that he fits well with them. But yeah, the Browns, it would have just been really boring to watch Travis Hunter on Cleveland, to be honest.
like they have no one throwing the ball. Well, maybe they do, but I mean we'll get into that later. They drafted fucking they drafted like 10 quarterbacks, so maybe we'll go into that a little bit later. We'll talk about some of the more top picks first, and then we'll go into Cleveland and their shit show. But yeah, I that move came out of nowhere. Like that trade, we were like literally, like, if you watch the video, we were like, oh my god, get the camera on. Like I was just like, we were just chilling. Like, all right, Cleveland, here
Yeah.
we go. And then we jump up from
Wait
our
a
from
minute.
our
Wait a
seats.
minute.
Hey, oh shit, trade. Like that was crazy. And then there was like no trade for like 25 picks until like what, like Atlanta, I think, in the Rams trade.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was a lot later on. Very very crazy move. Very shocking. It was a And then who? And then
Yeah.
Abdul Carter went. Will Campbell and the Browns. I mean, the Browns got Mason Graham though, who I think is very good. But him and Miles
Yeah.
Garrett could be
Yeah.
scary. But
You passed on a Hall of Fame talent, basically, is what you did.
yeah, I think so. But I mean,
Yeah.
they are better equipped to get a quarterback next year, I guess. But maybe they don't need one. I think we might as well get into it now. It's eating at me. They drafted Dylan Gabriel and Shador Sanders, and they had Kenny Pickett and Joe Flacco, and then Watson's hurt. Dude,
Yeah.
it's
What a
ridiculous, guys.
that's like the best quarterback room in the league. Holy shit.
More like the worst quarterback room in the league because none of them like Joe like uh, it's really ridiculous with the I've never seen anything like that before in my life because then like someone has to get cut, like who do you cut? Like Dylan Gabriel's third, you can't cut a third round pick, you pick
Yeah, I
him in the
don't.
third round.
You might as well should have just took Shador Sanders in the third with that pick, and then took somebody else, and not even take Dylan. Like, why did you take two quarterbacks?
Yeah, like
I don't know.
I think them taking Sanders in the fifth felt like forced. Like it felt like the ownership came down and was like, all right, guys, just take this fucking guy. But it's just like it's now it sucks because now poor Dylan Gabriel, who has a shot to who had a shot to maybe to beat out Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett for the job. now have to compete with Shedeur Sanders as well. And Dylan Gabriel can get buried on that depth chart, really can. So I
Yeah,
don't know
I
what the
know.
hell's going on over there. Like, I think having Flacco there is fine. But I think you need a veteran. But you keep looking at Kenny Pickett over there, and oh my
Yeah,
god, and then Cosby is just gonna be chilling on the IR for the whole year. Like, and then he's gonna come back, and I don't know what the hell they're gonna do there. I don't know. It's just a big mess
who,
over
who
there.
who do you think's the week one starter? Shador Sanders
I have a feeling. I think Shedeur
or
Sanders is
Joe
better.
Flacco?
I think Sanders is better than Dylan Gabriel, but I'm not sure if they're gonna like put him like I don't think they're gonna start Shedeur Sanders. I think he'll be backup. I think they'll end up starting Flacco, but I think Sanders will play good enough to be the quarterback too. And at some point when Cleveland's like 2-9, I think Shedeur will probably start
Right,
playing
right.
starts for this season. So that's what I think.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, I agree. Shador will probably be the backup. So,
Fucking
dude,
Kenny
I
Pickett.
lost my train of thought there.
Should we cut? We
Forgot
just
what I
cut.
was
We
going.
can just cut. We'll cut.
Yeah,
Cut.
we'll cut the bullshit out.
Cut BS out of video.
Yep. Yeah. So Shador Sanders, he'll probably be the backup, and yeah, Joe Flacco, and then what? Watson's going to miss the entire year.
Yeah, I think he tore his Achilles, right? So I think
Yeah.
he's gonna be not he's not coming back this year. I think he'll probably end up getting cut anyway after this year is over. If they can afford to, that is. I don't know. His contract is so ridiculous, but they might have to just keep him on the team. So now that makes it even worse. These idiots. So let's say, for example, Fedor breaks out and he's a great quarterback. It's like, oh, now you have a quarterback on a rookie deal. No, you don't. You're still paying Deshaun Watson like fucking $1 billion. It's dumb. So fucking stupid. So you wouldn't be able to take advantage of that of having a quarterback on a rookie deal. Like
No,
it's
yeah,
so
you
bad.
still got Deshaun Watson getting paid a lot of
Fucking
freaking money.
fifth round salary quarterback. He breaks out and you still have to pay fucking 50 million. It's Cleveland in a nutshell. So fucking embarrassing, man. Oh,
Yeah,
The Browns gonna be the Browns.
yeah, it's a nut show over there.
It's a nut show.
It, they just need a whole overhaul of front office and
Sell the fucking
all.
team. They should just sell the
Uh,
fucking team at this point. It's horrible.
but I'm not a fan of that.
Thank God Coop got out of there. We'll get to that later, but yeah,
What
I
else for this
guess.
draft? What else? I know you were disappointed about Genty going
Yeah,
to Vegas.
T
He wasn't
Mac.
falling to Dallas anyway.
No,
Yeah, McMillan to Carolina.
good pick for Carolina. Very good pick for Carolina.
Yeah, and then
Look,
passing on Matt Golden.
yeah, that sucks. But Booker's good. He's a good player. But fuck, I wanted a receiver there so bad. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
yeah. I guess roll into Dallas Cowboys draft
Yeah,
grades and
go into the
whatever,
grades and then
whatever.
just
Doesn't have to
notes.
be grades,
Yeah,
but
I'm not
yeah,
gonna.
just thoughts.
There's a lot of players. I mean, I had the list right in front of me here, and starting at 12, Tyler Booker. Like you if you see my reaction to it, like I seemed disappointed, which I was, not because Booker's bad. I just wanted a receiver there. Like, I think Matthew Golden would have been really good for us. I really do. And taking Booker, it's just like fuck, another offensive lineman. But here's the thing: I trust. As much as I hate Jerry Jones, the one thing that he's good at, is offensive line. I trust Tyler Booker to be a good player because Jerry Jones has always got us good offensive line talent. We've seen it forever. I trust that this pick will work out, but still, come on, get a receiver. Same thing in round two. Like Donovan Ezaraku, I think is a very good pass rusher, very good. But then again, like, can we get a skill for this week? Look, I mean, we definitely needed we needed edge. We lost Marcus Lawrence, I understand, but then we have Marshawn Nealon from last second round pick. Sam Williams is coming back. Like, and look, Ezra was a great pass rusher, and we signed Dante Fowler as well, who had 10 sacks last year. So wasn't that big of a need? No, but again, he was probably best player on the board, so I get it. But still, I would like receiver, and then round three we go corner, which again is it the best player on the board? Yeah, probably, but like I said, like we're getting like we're drafting like we won the Super Bowl last year. We're just going, fuck it, let's go best player available, guys, and that's fine. But like Jesus Christ, can we get a receiver, please? Like I'm gonna keep saying I'm sounding like a fucking broken record. Like again, Siobhan Rebel Jr. There's a lot of potential there, and I think a lot of people are in Cowboys fandom are saying that maybe like a Trayvon Diggs long term replacement. Sure, I mean, don't know how much longer Diggs is going to be on the team. I don't even want to think about that right now. I love Trayvon Diggs, one of my favorite players on the team. So I don't even want to like imagine that, but it's certainly not looking good. Missed a lot of time these last 2 years. And then round 5, we go running back, Jaden Blue, which speed, a lot of speed. I love this pick a lot. I think you give him a hole, boom, he's gonna take off. I think the interior of our offensive line I think could be really good this year. Cooper Beebe's very good. Booker is gonna be good, and Tyler Fitt's an All-Pro. I think we can create some nice holes, and Jaden Blue can explode. Very explosive player. And then Shamar James, we need linebacker help a lot. DeMarvin Overshown's going to be out for I don't know how long. We did pick up Jack Sanborn, Eberflus guy. Shamar James, he'll be fine. And then we have Cornelius from Oregon. I think we need a tackle. Honestly, the offensive line. When it comes to the offensive line, the tackle position is where I trust the least. Terrence Steele on the right side. Ever since he got hurt in 2022, hasn't been the same at all. And Guyton on the left side. We'll see. He's going into year 2. I trust him, but not as much as I trust Terrence Steele. Then we got Jay Toya, DT. We definitely need DT. Obviously, it's 7th round pick, but nice, good depth piece. And then Phil Mafa, running back from Clemson. Just more running back, more bodies. We'll see if he can make the team. And then DT from Maryland. Not even gonna try to say that name. If he's a beast, I'll learn that name. Believe me. But as of right now, our last pick of the draft, just more DT help by me. So yeah, I mean, if I can like grade the whole draft, I'll just say like B. Like I think we got some nice pieces. But like if I would have given it an A if we took Matthew Golden in the first round, but we didn't, and still got a good player. But I'll go B plus, something like that. That's my personal grade. So yeah, overall good draft.
I think this Cowboys draft was good for 3 or 4 years down the road. I don't think there was many players that you drafted that can contribute like right away next year. But I don't know. I think you need guys that will impact right now. Like you guys, you were picking at what 12. You could have had Matt Golden. You also could have had one of the best players in the draft, Tyler Warren,
Yeah.
sitting right there, and you passed on him.
As much as
Plug and
I
play right there.
Yeah, as much as I like Ferguson, I wouldn't have mind Tyler Warren there. That would have been crazy. But I think we believe in Ferguson. I guess he's a Dak guy. Dak got hurt last year, so maybe hopefully Ferguson proved everybody wrong because he really had a bad year last year. He had a very forgettable year. So but I believe in Ferguson. But I would have loved Tyler Warren. That would have been sick. That would have been a very cool pick. 2 tight ends set. Honestly, we have no receivers. Just run 2 tight ends. Fuck it.
Yeah, so again, we're in the same spot where it's CeeDee Lamb and I guess Jake Ferguson and nobody else.
Nope. And like I
We're
like
still
Tolbert. I like Tolbert, but I really do. But holy shit, man! Like he's not a wide receiver 2 like that. Like he's not gonna like if a team has 2 good corners on the outside, I feel like we're not gonna have no chance of winning the game. Like that's how bad it's gotten. Like I like Tolbert as a wide receiver 3, man, not a wide receiver 2. Like it's brutal. It's brutal.
it's the CeeDee Lamb show, and that's it.
Yeah,
You know what I
if you're
mean?
not getting triple cover, it'll be the CeeDee Lamb show. Like we need
Yep,
another threat out there, and hopefully we get who I want. But later, Eagles draft.
definitely. Eagles draft. All right, here we go. Here we go. Yes, here we go. Um, so round 1 obviously falls right into our laps. Linebacker from Alabama. I thought was a corner at first. I don't know why, but Jahad Campbell. stud linebacker, probably one of the best linebackers in this draft, if not the best, and he falls right into the Eagles' laps. And it's just Howie Roseman does it again. I don't know how he keeps doing this shit, but by the end of the year, we'll probably be saying, "Damn, how did this guy fall to us?" Because you have obviously Nakobe Dean is injured right now. He's not going to be starting the year, and he's probably not going to come back probably to like the midway point of the season. So you would assume that it would be Zach Bond and Jahad Campbell as your starting linebackers there. So I can't wait. I love that. And round two, you fill the safety hole and you get Andrew Andrew Makuba, sorry, from from Texas. I'm not good with names. Andrew Makuba from Texas, safety. His pro comp was C.J. Gardner Johnson, so yeah, I love that. And I think yeah, he had 5 picks last year with Texas, and I think that he's going to be a nice little ball hawk for us, even though he's a little undersized. He still hits hard, and he's going to compete with Sidney Brown for the starting safety spot there for the Eagles. And by the end of the year, McCoob is going to be the starter, in my opinion. Like he'll easily win the job. And I don't know if this means like the Eagles are still like because I hear interest about Justin Simmons. This shit's been going on for I don't know how many years now. Listen, you want to bring him in, bring him in, but as like a little veteran presence. But like McCoob is going to be your safety. Onwards, we had no round 3 selections. Round 4, we had Ty Robinson from D tackle from Nebraska. He's another steal, and I do like him. He's really big, and he's another like plug and play guy. Like he's gonna come in, he's probably gonna contribute right away. Yeah, Ty Robinson, he'll be rotating we'll be rotating in with Jordan Davis, Amora, Jomo. It's another plug and play guy, and then obviously you'll have Jalen Carter next to them. On 5, we got Mac McWilliams. He's a corner from UCF. Uh, Smile Mundone, however you say that name. I don't know how to say that name, but he's from Georgia. How he couldn't resist picking a Georgia defensive player in this draft. So he's another linebacker. He'll compete with the guys back there with Jeremiah Trotter when the Kobe Dean comes back. Obviously Zach Ball and Josh Campbell, but another depth piece. And then Drew Kendall, he's a from Boston College. He's a guard slash center for some more offensive line depth. For Stoutland to do his work. And then round 6, Kyle McCord, quarterback from Syracuse. Don't know too much about him, but I think he's from the Philadelphia area, so that's cool.
Should be one in 3 years. Don't worry.
Yeah. Miles Hilton, he's a tackle from Michigan. Cameron Williams, not a tackle. Don't know too much about these guys. He's from Texas. And then I think another potential steal we got here in round 6 is Antoine Powell Ryland, or however you say that last part. He's an outside linebacker slash edge rusher from Virginia Tech, and he had double-digit sacks last year and a lot of tackles. So,
Little tackle machine out there.
listen,
It's pretty cool. Yeah.
round 6. Listen, that's good value for a round 6 pick, and I think potentially he can contribute. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so we'll see. But I really like that last pick there. So overall, the Eagles did pretty good in this draft. You filled your safety spot. You got players that can contribute right away. So overall, probably give it about A minus A. Some probably give it an A plus, but I don't want to be too crazy. We got to see how all these players play out. So for the value, I'll give it like an A minus A. So I like what we did. Obviously, I was disappointed when when we didn't go get Malachi Starks, but apparently Jahad Campbell was the guy all along, and Fangio was really happy when we got him. So I have to trust. You know what I mean? Like if they see a guy they want, that's who the guy's going to be. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, you gotta and how you trust.
yeah, Jahad Campbell is the guy. So and he's been the guy all along. So for him to fall to us at 31 there, a little trade up with the Chiefs, I love it. So that's what I think.
For that to even trade up. Do you think Casey was gonna take?
Apparently, they were scared that he was going to take him, but I don't know. It's good. Like it's good that you traded up. I guess I don't know.
It's only a fifth,
You
right?
don't.
Only
Yeah,
a
yeah. We have a million picks in the next
fifth.
in the next draft anyway, so we're good. So yeah, I thought it was worth it. You know, sometimes you don't want to risk your guys getting taken, so you got to do what you got to do. So
There you go. Speaking of doing what you have to do, Jerry Jones, you did something to me about 3 years ago that was really evil. One of my favorite Cowboys ever. He's up there. Amari Cooper. That is my fucking guy. He has been always. You took him away, you cut him, or you basically cut him. You traded him for a fifth. You piece of shit. You trade him for a fifth. Diabolical trade. Look, he is out there. We need a receiver too. I firmly believe Amari Cooper has a lot left in the tank, and I think, and even if he doesn't, who cares? Because I think he is just someone to put on the outside for opposing teams to kind of fear. We know how good of a route runner Amari is. He'll still be able to get open. Amari Cooper is out there. You please right the wrong. Bring him back. Amari Cooper belongs in Dallas. He's loved Dallas ever since he got traded here. I remember when his deal was up, all he would do, I love Dallas, I love Dallas. In free agency in 2020, the Commanders offered him 120 million. He came back to us for 100 million. He took 20 million dollars less to come back to the Cowboys. He always loved it, and you fucked him over, Jerry. Right the wrong right now. Get on the phone, call up Coop's agent. It won't be expensive. There's no way, and bring him back. I mean, come on. Do me a favor. Please bring my boy back. Just please. I have the jersey ready. Give him 19. Oh, whoa, whoa, oh, whoa, whoa, Amari. Please. Please
see,
do it.
the whole Cooper thing. Even if the Cowboys go out and get him, like, does that really scare you as an Eagles fan? Like, you go out and get an aging Amari Cooper.
Well, I'm sure as a fan, you're like, oh no, but I think like as defenses, I think they respect Amari. Like everyone in the NFL respects Amari. I think that's all it's about. I think like take some of the pressure off CeeDee Lamb. That's all I really want is to go get someone. Even if we go get like Keenan Allen, I mean he'll fucking get hurt and play like only like eight games, but still it's someone that can get open and make you think out there. You know, no one
I think
scared
if you
Jalen
guys
Dollar.
if you guys are smart, you go out and make a move for George Pickens.
That would be nuts. But I think it's probably
Go
too
out and make a
late.
move for George Pickens.
I think it might be too little too late to get Pickens. I'm not sure how we're gonna trade for someone with the draft over. 'Cause
That's true.
I feel like we could have got him with like two, maybe actually no, probably not, right? They'll probably want a
Yeah,
first round pick. I don't think he's worth a first round pick, but dude, if we get George Pickens, that would be tough. That would be tough. But then Pittsburgh, they just got DK, and they have an opportunity to have a crazy wide receiver duo. But I don't think it's gonna be it's gonna be okay. It's not gonna be like a top five duo, but still, it's gonna be a good duo. I don't think they're gonna just break it up if they just got it. They
that's true.
didn't
Yeah,
even
that's
play a
true.
game yet.
Yeah, I think they need to keep that duo, and I think I don't know. I think the Steelers. It was cool for them to get DK Metcalf, and I think that's the guy that Washington should have tried to go get instead of Deebo Samuel. But you know,
That fucking guy, that fucking piece
yeah,
of shit, Debo.
I think DK would have been way better for
Yeah, I think so.
Washington than Deebo Samuel. But you know, whatever. You snooze, you lose. You do the wrong thing. You do the wrong thing. Whatever. You just
That'd
got
been
to see how
crazy.
it plays out.
That'd have been crazy for Washington. Have Terry McLaurin and DK, two guys the Eagles could have got. They took Arthega Whiteside instead.
Yep.
That's back when Hallie was not good at his job. I miss that. Can we bring that back, please?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
back when Howie had some struggles in drafts in his early, you know, early in his career, but he's learned, and now we're here. So
such a legendary moment. I remember that. JJ, our thing was it was so bad. It was horrible. And then took Jalen Rieger the year after. Dude, oh my god. And then out of nowhere, they became the best drafters ever. Because then they got Devontae Smith, and that was all she wrote. And then traded for A.J. Brown and took Jalen Hurts. Actually, no, it's crazy. Rieger and Hurts were the same draft. So obviously, after the Rieger pick, they literally, as soon as they made that pick, the switch must have flipped. It's crazy. I don't know how it's even possible.
yeah, and everybody was pissed. Everybody was pissed when Jalen Hurts got drafted because we had just signed Carson, but you know,
I miss Carson Wentz.
Jalen's a Super Bowl MVP now. So and you know that pick, Howie saw something that we didn't. So we're thankful to have Jalen Hurts as our quarterback. But
Yeah, fifth year option. So we have to get one more thing. We got to get fifth year
oh
options.
yeah, dude, yeah,
I was hoping you would
yeah,
remember.
yeah, that's right, that's right. Cut BS out of video.
All right, wait. Fifth year options. Here we
Oh yeah,
go.
fifth year option. Jordan Davis today. The Eagles pick up Jordan Davis's fifth year option on his contract, and I think that's great value because Jordan Davis. I think his best days are ahead of him. I'm not giving up on Jordan Davis, and he played well in the Super Bowl. He played well in the playoffs all around for us, and he had a pretty decent season last season for the Eagles. So I think you know we'll see what happens after the fifth year option, but I think it was great that we picked it up. And, Jordan Davis, he could be great, like he could be a great player. Like he's just got to stay in shape and, you know, he's got to work on that stamina so he could play more snaps.
Jordan
Because the
Davis
snaps,
is number one hater. His best days are not ahead of him. He's gonna suck.
no, they are. Oh, they are. Because because I we seen the stuff that he's done. So and every snap that he plays is pretty impactful. We just need him to play more snaps, and that's all about staying in shape and being ready to go on game day. So
Like I think it's all
that's all
about
with that.
it's about staying in shape and like keeping that size. And I think that's
Yeah,
they don't want
yeah,
him to just like drop
absolutely.
like 40 pounds.
Yeah, don't drop 40 pounds, but do what you got to do. Stay in shape and keep that stamina up. Stay in the gym. He'll be fine. So Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Georgia boys.
Those big fucks. Unbelievable
Yep.
over there. Unbelievable. But don't worry, the trenches with Tyler Booker, Tyler Smith, and Cooper Beebe. I think it's gonna be fun to watch for the next like 5-10 years. I think that's gonna be crazy to watch that matchup between the trenches of the
Yeah.
Cowboys and the Eagles. I think it's gonna be fun because I think it's gonna be like just
Yeah.
Hall of Fame talent versus Hall of Fame talent. Which less wishful
I
thinking,
agree.
but
I agree.
I like our trenches. But yeah, there you go. It's
I agree.
a nice
But
episode.
yeah, time to wrap up this video.
Time to wrap up this video. We got a lot of stuff.
Time to wrap this
It's
up.
finally not dead. All right, we forgot what it feels like to not have news. Seriously, but don't worry. In about a week or two,
Yeah.
it's gonna be dead again. So
And then we'll have to find stuff to talk about again. So
bring up random
you know,
shit.
yeah. So, but we'll be fine. We got ideas, and we're gonna keep moving here. So, hope you enjoyed the video. There was a lot to talk about in this one, and we were having a fun time making it. So, we'll keep you posted of what's coming next, and
Go Cowboys.
go Birds, and we'll catch you in the next one. Like the video, comment, subscribe, check out Instagram and TikTok for reels and shorts and all that stuff. So peace out. See you in the next one.
Peace out. Yeet.